Alright guys, so here he is with his two eye sockets going. I'm going to need to put a little bit more black on this side. I repainted this side to match this one a little better, but as I mentioned in the comments on the last video, this sanded one is why it's got a little bit less shine to it, but it's actually coming out now better that I've used the same paint. Depending on your creature, you might want the eyes glossy. For this guy, I kind of like him this way. You can see this clay is still kind of malleable. Some of this is going to flake off, so I'm going to, I can feel it's still cold. That's funny. This side's dry good. This one's still a little cold, so probably still a little wet. What I'm doing here is I've got some Barn Red Apple Barrel paint. I put a very tiny bit in here. I'm probably going to put a little more, but that's just to color the latex. And I want to show you guys something real quick. I was having trouble. This is getting globby on me and stuff, and it's been hard mixing, so I bought some new ones. I went to buy another 8-ounce size, because this is what I generally get. It's like $2.50 for 8 ounces. I'm like, oh, that's good. Couldn't find it, so I'm like, oh, I'll have to get the smaller one. So here's the smaller one. It's 2 ounces. Now do the math on this. 2 into 8 is 4. This is $2.50. This was 50 cents. So about 4 of these, they'd cost me $2. It's a waste of plastic, but it's like every 4 of these, I get another one of these for free compared to paying $2.50 for this. So I don't know what's going on there, but watch your pricing. The bigger one isn't always the best price. I'm going to take the smallest amount of casting liquid latex I can and put it into my little paint palette here, which is actually a lid to something. You can't see me doing this, but it's happening. Oop, a little bit more than I wanted. I kind of knew that was going to happen. And I'm going to treat it, boy, just like I got all my paintbrushes on the floor. I'm going to treat it just like a color. Take the red with my brush, mix it right into the latex there. Get as much of the red in there as I can. And you can see we're getting that pink color that we got when we originally did this guy's tentacles. Try and get as much of the white out of there as possible, so wherever it still looks like white latex, it's not going to have pigment in it. And I'm using this broad brush. I'm going to go around these edges, and now I can get on the paper because we want that covered up. And I'm just going to go around all these edges here to give them more hold of this clay. And then I'll probably just go to regular paint colors. And see here where it's sticking up, that's not going to work. But it's nice and dry, so it's staying. Alright, and I mean really, that's all there is to this besides painting it. I'll be back in a few minutes to show you that, but we're just waiting to get to the end of this sucker now. So if you look, here I'll get some fresh on my brush. This pink color is, you know, how it's going on now. I'm picking up this edge here a little so it'll stay on. And this darker red is how it's drying. And you can always test this on a spot. You know, you get used to, when you use paint as your pigment this way, of knowing how it's going to dry, if it's in the glue, if it's in the latex. And you start to have faith in the process. But until you do, you can do some testing. But what I like is I've only been at this for like less than 10 minutes. And some of these dark red patches are coming up, which means I'm going to be able to put my second layer on by the time I finish my second layer on the other eye. So it's a nice quick process. I'll probably have time to, you know, do this eye and this eye before I've got to run out today, and then by the time I finish those, one more loop with the latex around here because I poured more than I wanted, and because the more we have around these edges, the stronger it's going to be. If you want to give this some real seal to it, you can go ahead and do the latex and the whole thing, but if you look at this edge, some of that rough texture is getting lost in the lumpiness of the latex, and you know, paint will take some of that out too. You can put some black wet brush in there to get that back, but I like the lumpiness for this guy's eye sockets, so I'm probably going to leave, you know, just to regular paint there. But like I said, this can dry out and get crumbly because it's plaster, part of it, and the latex will give it that hold. Alright? So, I like the way he's coming along. I don't know about you, but I'm digging this guy.